I just need to, okay. So my name is Angelina Sáenz. I am the host of La Palabra Poetry at Avenue 50 Studio in Highland Park. We are funded by a grant from the City of Los Angeles Cultural Arts. And it is our pleasure to be virtual since all of the madness started, and we're so honored that poets find a way to join us and share their work. And the other thing I wanted to share was actually the two songs that I played. I'm always like, what song is that? So if you were wondering, Best of My Love is by The Emotions. And then Mariam Hassan with the song Arabi El Arabe. So in case you wanted to look those two up, and I'll put it in the chat as well. V, can I introduce you now?
Sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, you know, I met V at the World Stage the other day, not the other day, a couple of months ago when we read together. And man, you know, she was sitting next to me and I was like, who? I'm so sorry. And we talked about this, but I had never met you before, V, and you just completely blew me away with your work. And I had so much respect and admiration for you from the work that you shared. So thank you so much for, you know, accepting this invitation to join us today. And thank you everybody for giving us 20 minutes of your Sunday. And so I'm going to read V's bio, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, V. So V Kali coordinates and hosts the Anansi Writers Workshop at the World Stage in Leimert Park. 29 years at the venue, 9 of them has been as coordinating and host. She authored the epilogue for the anthology Voices from Leimert Park Redo in 2017, and produced the Wombins Ensemble, and woman is spelled womb, I-N-S, Notes from the Ovary Office in celebration of National Women's Month in 2017. She released a poetry volume, Hymn, in 2016, and was featured in the 2015-16 Center Theater Group production of Through the Looking Glass at the Kirk Douglas Theater. She conducts lectures at university and high school campuses and personal healing rights workshops. So without further ado, I would like to turn it over to you, V. Again, thank you so much for joining us.
Whew. Good afternoon, Los Angeles, and wherever you are. Wow, I look like I'm in Alice in Wonderland somewhere. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for coming. I would like to also give some gratitude to the flyer. I think it's a fantastic flyer. The photograph was taken by Daniel Rohn, and the earrings are done by Inlis Obayani, who sold them to me off her ears. She made them and I just had to have them a number of years ago. So I'm going to apologize in the beginning because I saw a couple of people who are here, and you know who you are. And I was going to do a certain poem about tamales, but I can't do it. It's too emotional right now in these times. So I'll have to do that another time somewhere else. So please forgive me. 1995. We need air. Children taking breath every minute. The Gemini twins are bringing us air to breathe. Heirs to thrones left by too many queens, of too many broken hearts, having stayed too long in the valleys of too many kings, waiting someday for their princes to come. The air is apparent here in LA, thick enough to wrap around the homeless at night, except it's up too high. like the cost of living in the world of the condemnation. It's a miracle that anyone is ever born at all. See, we need air. Lower our noses to sea level. Stop putting on the airs of the rich and infamous or the Air Jordans. We need to breathe on our own. Fresh air. And the Kaiser, the germs man, spreads the poison gas of lies, trying to kill, trying to steal our air, trying to kill our babies before we even realize the war has been declared on us. And the orchestra has sounded, taking passengers by twos. The twins have heeded the call, sending passengers from coast to coast. It's airtime. No activation fee required. It's time to air our differences, board the friendship train, to the love train, the love boat, to sail on air, to breathe air is human. Our air divine. The air is apparent, so thick it could blanket the homeless at night. Except in LA, it's up too high. I bring you roses on a platter for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to whet your appetite and dry your tears. I bring you roses from my heart for the women that you honor and the children you adore. I bring you roses for what you do right. Men don't get roses often. If I could sing, I would sound like Dwight Tribble, awaiting notes that rise like the sun before dawn to fill up a midnight with a sky full of stars. If I could sing, my songs would heal like Aretha's Doctor and Stephanie's I Feel Good all over. Same song would heal like the Aquaman himself, just need to touch you, don't need herbs off the shelf. My voice would be the cure the AMA couldn't patent. Wrap bandages around your wounds like Ella or Sassy when they're scatting. My voice would echo album covers filled with dreamtime melodies and heal you like James Brown when singing Please, Please, Please. If I could sing, my songs would feed the world. Serve you syncopation on silver platters, sprinkled with Phyllis, Diane Reeves a la carte. Price and next time your choice of entree, tossed with Horace Silver, garnished with Andy Bay. Dessert would be sweet, like Luther or Nancy. If I could sing, I would sound like Dwight Tribble, an oasis in the middle of your mirage that wets whistles and lips and the dried bones of our histories. If I could sing, I would sound like dreams forming in new minds and memories of divinity. If I could sing, hearts wouldn't need no strings, hairs wouldn't need tweezers, no plucking would be allowed. If I could sing, I wouldn't need no Grammy, and American music could keep their awards. If I could sing, I would hold you like the whole notes Rashawn Roland Kirk couldn't let go of. If I could sing, I would Sing our people awake, our children into safety, our men into honor, ourselves into our rightful place among the women who've created worlds with just the mention of their names. If I could sing, I would sound like Dwight Tribble, and the world would say Ashe. In this world of monetary changes, solitary confinement, gender reassignment, warfare, and fear, what we all need to hear is the truth about the blues. That it comes in powder and sky, water and news, anguish in moan, and that all it will leave you alone when you allow it to love and live in love as your home. Going underground is different from being buried alive. You just submit to the ebb of the flow. The high is just low right now. The sun and the south shall rise again, they say. Hibernation is the most powerful country in this world. It knows when to retreat, relax, regroup, and refuel in order to return come spring. We both left the house ashen, the oils from our bodies having been drunk by the sheets of earlier morning cover. He spoke of memories I thought he forgot. I basked in the power of the sweetness I sometimes often forget he has. He spoke of holding me as I slept, and before we parted, shared some fruit and a kiss that was even sweeter. Helped me start my car, and as I drove away with a smile, seeing him, I thought to myself, I have no intention of bathing away the evidence. I want the world to know he loves me. I'm raising children. I'm not the farmer's daughter raising chickens to be slaughtered, not the sharecropper's child raising cane to be cut down. I'm raising children here. Raising, not California singing dried fruit raisinets, not raising strange fruit to hang from some oppressor's tree. I'm raising precious fruits to grow high on the vine. Precious fruits reaching toward the sunshine. Raising the fruits of my womb to multiply by fives to stay alive. I'm raising children here. No little Bo Peep leading her sheep to be slaughtered. These are my daughters. These are my sons. I'm raising children, y'all. Raising them up above the floodwaters. I am the crossing guard. Cross me and you'll be sorry because I'm raising children here. Between rock and hard place, betwixt slim and none, between fat back and no slack. I'm raising children, y'all. The instructions are included: don't fold, spindle, or mutilate. The instructions are included: don't fold, spindle, or mutilate. The instructions been included: do not fold, spindle, mutilate, neglect, misuse, or abuse. Just follow the instructions like you do Ogun, Oshun, and the moon. Just follow the instructions, because I'm raising children here. I'm raising children, y'all. I'm raising children here. He wears me like an amulet worn close around the neck. My breath, a tourniquet, keeps his heart from falling out his chest. He wears me out in public places with private glances from yesterdays, searching for me in his tomorrows. He wears me well, like finely tailored suit, silk in left breast pocket, alligator see you later shoes that don't need shine. He be wearing me out, y'all. First, wore me down gently, like diamond stylus needle that fit my groove till I was smooth. Wore me down with carefully navigated stairs that led me to believe on 33 and the third. It's my turn. And now he wears me up to his neck and wishes that nights would be longer and days never end. He wears me well into the flavor of the music we hear and others don't, well into the absence of obsessive behavior. He wears me out to lunches and dinners where passion flavor nourishment like water for chocolate, and the fountain of the youth that runs in our veins, and the fountain of our juices tastes just the same. Wears me like deep dish cobbler after family feast. Never use toothpick, just keep sucking his teeth. Wears me like mother's milk on baby's breath. He wears me well, like Coltrane on a blue note, black leather pleasure on a Friday night by Ohio players Ike or Barry White. Wears me like a token of your affection, like rose petal on softness, syllable on syntax. Like May meets December in the middle of June, wears me like the smell of pheromones on full moon, wears me like the fine of an overdue book, wears me like the fine of take a second look, wears me like a memory that you never forget. Like silver linings on moonful mornings, mornings when grief's the only silence to be heard. And when he takes me off and lays me down before he prays my soul to keep, he wears me well into submission before we fall asleep. Hmm. Everybody good?
Yes, we are.
Yay. Like wind move water and holy uses spirit, by music, laughter, and time. by hugs and ceremony. I am moved by bearded smiles and tattooed styles of 50s diamond ear and signified mouths. Moved by Ashford or Simpson. Sarita, Naila, and Mahalia, well, I said I wasn't going to tell nobody, but I couldn't keep it. And being one as a crowd all by herself. Moved after 25 years on a New York street and back on the bus. I've been moved. All placentas buried. They're a palm tree now. Moved by men who love their children and women love their mans and babies who don't have to choose. Carried like a preacher moves through sermon with scripture wrapped around his heart and woven into the fabric of his character. With truth his collar and God his boutonniere, changed by the power of memory and forgiving and scars that don't itch anymore. I'm healed. I am healed. And the voices of reason I'm still willing to hear, baptized by black sunshine and stage presence and pas de deux by phone, and Joshua sounds like forever. By breath, mantra, and rain. Doing that dance, shaking. By stringed instruments, voices included, and 7.0 at 2 a.m. And Nana, I am calling you. And long distance cell to let you know you are missed, transformed by grits written across the page and red shawls. By the rhythm of miracles that dance in the streets and poetry good enough to wrap my grandsons in. I am so moved sometimes I can't speak or spell. Tell the sun to move over and bask in me for a while. Moved. I feast on my memories when I don't want to cook. Sip your voice from long stem glasses, chilled like a good Chardonnay. And at dawns like these, they're poured in my hands to cleanse me and spill over large coffee mugs with saucers to catch the drip. I drink them like hot carrot milk in winter and eat them like sweet rolls for breakfast. Come in and let me wash the people off you, because I don't want to sleep with them tonight. Not with the children or the bills, not the job or your ex-wives. And don't kiss me with anything else on your mind. Not the fellas or the playoffs, not the 5 o'clock news. I really only want to sleep with you. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Romanced by a prince whose kingdom come in liquid passion and Abyssinian whole notes, who don't stutter when he talk or step, but do dance. Grounded in original tongue, plants feet like seeds about to grow into something real any minute, sooner than you think. Then sprinkles hope onto the ground for those who have lost their way. Doesn't ask for donations, gets his and aces and spades, runs Boston's every 15 minutes, got super frequent flyer miles and miles to go before he sleeps. He's been given time to heal, uses it wisely, and often tempers the bitterness of life with sweet nothings whispered in four-letter, two-syllable, long-distance song called Poppy. Mm.
V, can we do one more and then we'll close out? Okay.
Yes. How dare you love me like you mean it? Honor in your intention. You bring laughter to my heart, and my cup runneth over and over again. Because of you, I live in a place where the scent of star lilies and white roses renegotiate air. Handle me like, baby, I'm free. Okay, I know I asked Spirit for this. Just didn't know it would be here so soon. A bucket full of brothers got me flashing like railroad crossing. How dare you love me like God sent you? Just 'cause he did. Told you things about me I ain't admitted to myself. Told you so you could help me heal. This is what love looked like from the inside. Of a spirit who says you mine all the time. Of a God that love you like always ain't never been defined, just is. Don't you know I ain't used to this? When you open your heart, your eyes will follow and lead you to me every time. How dare you love me like I deserve it? Watch me let you. I did it. I finished. Woo! Sweat.
How are you gonna end like that? Oh my goodness! What? Wow! Wow! Like every single one landed. My goodness! Wow! Thank you, V. That was deep. Like I need to read those in print over again. It was like a meditation on love. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You look like I've been looking at your face because you look different than you did at the stage because your hair your glasses, well, it's like this. I have a cousin, she passed some years ago, but she was maybe 4 years younger than me. And you look like her. Her name was Cheryl. And I'm going to have to find a picture and show you. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you and I are related somehow, heart to heart.
Oh, no doubt. Right? No doubt.
Well, that was stunning. I am for real. I need to see your work on paper. I need to go back. I need to think about some of your lines because that was deep.
Okay, we can hang out.
No doubt. Thank you, V. Thank you, everybody, for being here today, for sharing, our space, our virtual space. I hope it was a shot in the arm for you to go forward this week and in this insanity and crazy town that we're living with. But I feel like V's poetry really grounded us, right, in our power and in our wisdom and in our compassion. So that was your gift to us, V. Thank you so much. And we'll be back again next Sunday with Bridget Bianca at 2 p.m. again.
I'm going to be front row center. She is fire. Do you hear me? Forest fire.
Yeah.
The fire department.
State of California, sirens. That's what I'll do. I'm going to play that song next. That's what I'll do. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you Avenue 50 Studio in the city of LA for making this possible. Y hasta la próxima. Bye.
Hold on. Can you hold on for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So that you
Oh, you know what? You muted for some reason, B. Sorry.
how did I do that? Okay. I didn't see any. I saw the chat thing going off. And is there a way to
I'm
keep
sending
those?
you everything.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah.
As much as I do Zoom every week, I don't know nothing about it.
Oh,
Because
I
if something happens over here, I go over there. I can't see the whole screen.
I'm gonna send you everything, the video
I'm
and the
still
chat.
in the 20th century.
It's all
Gosh.
good. It's all good.
Yay.
Okay, I'll touch base with you right now, V. Okay,
Okay.
I'll send you a message right now. Thank you, everybody. Have a good week. Hasta luego. Gracias.